everybody. This is Trina with Chat with Trina. And gosh, it's been a minute since I've been on, but this month is Autism Acceptance Month. And this is definitely, I had her on in 2022. I ran into one outside. And I have her on back today, DeAngela Braden, or Nikki, as I'm going to call her today. Hey there.
Yeah, DeAngela, Nikki Braden. How you doing, Trina? Thank you so much for the opportunity again, and just to thank you for your support. You're always supporting any fundraisers and stuff we have for the foundation. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all having fun fundraising.
Yeah.
And also, even though it's not for the foundation per se, I love coming to y'all your girls' night out every year. The one year
Yeah,
I had this, I was like so devastated.
you do. You support everything we do, and I'm just very appreciative. And you really
Thank
like
you.
you like family if you ain't know
I'm
it.
trying to be family.
Yeah, you are
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't let everybody in. I tell them everybody can't get into the family, but you're family.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. I feel special. Listen, it's funny because when 2022 when we talked, I was already supporting autism, just trying to learn because I know it probably sounds weird, but I tell people even now, like I am so curious. Like I'm reading all the time. Like because I don't get it. Like it's just so mind boggling to me about this autism thing and how prevalent it is, how many people have it. But anyway, since then I had a nephew. My niece gave me a great nephew who I love and adore. He gave me two, and he is on the spectrum. He has autism as well. So it was so weird because she didn't at the time, which I knew from you and from another person I interviewed that she didn't want anybody to know her first. So I
And
would
that's
do that. But I had to tell her, I said, well, just know that when I'm doing stuff, just know I was doing it before he was even thought of. But it's funny because all those things I learned from you, the things I learned from the other young lady, it all came to play. So I knew certain things. So yeah, we have him, and he's amazing, and just love him to death. Let's get back. Let's go ahead and get you reintroduced to our audience. Let's share the starting of your story. Or if you
oh,
haven't, maybe you don't know.
okay. If you haven't met me, my name is DeAngela Braden. And they call me Nikki as well. And I have a son, Kodie, who was diagnosed at the age of 4 with autism spectrum disorder. Really at the age of 2, we saw delays. He wasn't verbal at all, and actually, he didn't become verbal. Well, he was nonverbal up until the age of 9 years old, and he still struggles with communication. As you know, autism affects everyone in different ways, and Kodie is more of communication. So what we found out is he has selective communication. So he can talk, but it's kind of like when he wants to. But
We
I'm just
want to.
I take that because it's been a journey. Right now we're in a good journey, and I'm just happy that we're there. He's 17 now, so
Wow.
yeah, my baby will be graduating.
Growing up.
Cannot believe it. I don't know if I'm ready, but he is a teenager. So just because he has autism, he is still a
Still
teenager.
a teenager.
Yeah. So I'm just enjoying his growth right now. As a teenager, and just getting him prepared for the next steps. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
I started a foundation when he was 15, called Kodie's Kushion. So I'm just said his name is Kodie. And the reason we came up with Kushion is because Kodie in the biblical term means cushion and a helpful person. So
I
putting
always
those,
want to know what that meant.
yeah,
Okay.
so putting those together, I mean, cushion, he is a cushion, baby's a cushion. But
Yeah, yeah.
being a helpful person is, you know, that's what the foundation is about. And so
Okay.
all of our events that we host are free, because with autism, it's a lot of expense involved, especially in the beginning, um, because they have you going to different all kinds of therapy. You have occupational therapy, you have speech therapy, um, you have ABA therapy now. When Kodie was diagnosed, it really wasn't as common as it is now, they say 1 in 50 kids are neurodivergent, but I think
It's
it's
more. I
yeah,
definitely believe that.
yeah, and like you said with your, I think your niece or your cousin,
Mhm.
she was shamed, and
Yeah, like,
that a lot because a lot of my nieces, their kids are being their friends' kids are being diagnosed, and they're um, early early childhood grades, and when I see them, and they come and tell me, and they immediately are emotional, and I could tell they're shame. And that's one reason why I started this as well. It's a social organization for kids in the neurodivergent community. Like I said, all our events are free. That's what I wanted to focus on because the cost is so much cost involved when it with having a special needs child. And I just don't want the parents to be burdened with that. And I would go, and it could be lonely for the kids. I would see my son being lonely, and it hurt my heart. But when I saw him with his peers at school, oh my God, now that brought joy. That brought me joy, and I
oh,
was like,
really?
yeah, because they have so much. They were having so much fun. They're with their peers, and everybody is on the spectrum. So they communicate with each other. We may not understand.
Good.
I mean, they dance, they have a good time. They're just in their environment, and that's
Very
what
much.
makes them comfortable.
Oh,
And so,
I love that.
yes, you have to really see it and experience it. It really brings me joy, and it will bring you joy. I remember I gave Kodie his 16th birthday party. My family, um, they don't really know a lot about the autism spectrum disorder, but
Mhm.
they're learning, through the
Of
years.
course.
I didn't have a choice but to because my son is, and I'm with him 24/7. So they got to see him interact with his peers. A lot of his classmates came, and they were just they was like, "Oh my God!" The
Yeah.
kids were having an
Because
awesome
he
time.
probably was in a different element. He was different than he normally is with just a family.
And that's what made me start the foundation. And we focus on social interaction, social events. It builds their confidence up,
Mhm.
and it's a supportive, environment. They're with their peers. And I noticed also, like with my son, he doesn't like to go to events,
Mhm.
a lot of things or events. And I had to learn that one reason is because he's at that age, he knows he's different. So I don't force him to go into something that's not his environment.
Wow.
I'm
Mhm.
not gonna make him comfortable.
Yeah.
And so, I'm learning every day. You're learning something every day. I don't force him to do things that he doesn't want to do. Um,
Mhm.
and since I listen to him, I follow his lead a lot. That has really made my life a lot easier. And I
So
just
follow kind of what you watch him, what he wants to do, kind of.
Exactly.
Mm.
I know what environments to take him in, what he's going to be comfortable, with, because I know when he's stemming, and they say stemming, they're
Right.
fidgeting and doing different. It's
Like
so
if
many
my
different ways.
nephew does this with his.
Exactly. And I found out too with my son when he's actually stemming doing a certain thing, it's his way of showing he's happy. He's having fun. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Okay.
and another reason I wanted to focus on, and that's what's different about our organization. You have a lot more organizations that are coming up about autism, but we focus on the social aspect of autism for the kids, so they can have, excuse me, so they can have with their peers and have a good time
Mm.
and not feel judged, not
Right.
feel, yeah, feel confident. And it
Mm.
builds, confidence up. But I also wanted to focus on a priority is focusing on the parenting support, because I've been in this journey a long time and it wasn't a lot of support out there. So I understand the new parents who are experiencing their child's being diagnosed. You go through a lot of guilt, you go through a lot of shame, and you just, it's a lot involved. It's my mentally, emotionally, um, and it can be depressing. I don't mind sharing my story because I did go through a depression at one point. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm out of it now because
Right.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
of it. I'm happy, but a lot of it I had to step into his world
Mm-hmm.
and not make him step into my world. You
And
know,
something that I remembered about you that stood out to me is now I advocate for my kids just in general, but you were definitely you learned that you had to be a huge advocate for your son. I mean that was good too, but even me calling you for something one day, we were talking about something. You like they used to tell me no, he can't do it. Your answer was your response was, well, why not? I need to know. Let's know why not, but I'm not gonna just take that he can't do something. That's like how often did you have to do that? Like really push. Let's try it. Don't just say he can't do it.
yeah, you have to be your kid's voice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's with the school district. And I just spoke at a private school about autism for Acceptance Month,
Mm-hmm.
and that was one of the things that they're not equipped to handle kids on that are neurodivergent, so they're having to send them to
Yes.
yeah,
My
and
nephew got accepted into HIP, and they told her that they're not really equipped to.
yeah, and so you're your child's
Nephew.
advocate, yeah. So it was a situation to where I didn't feel like that one of the teachers was best for him. I saw when I would go to the school that he had better interaction with another teacher, and the
Mm-hmm.
program that they actually had him in with that teacher was the teacher for the kids, autism kids.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to make the difficult decision and advocate and say, hey, I don't want she's a great teacher, but my son is not connecting with her. I feel like he can get more from this other teacher. And
Mm-hmm.
I was questioned on it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure? Are you sure, mom? And I even remember dropping him off at school that first day of school. And I walked into his class and I literally was at the stop sign crying and praying to say, did I make the right decision?
Yeah.
And I made the right decision. I made
Okay.
yeah, I made the right decision. So
Yeah. Yeah.
um yeah, my child really started to excel from there.
Good.
Yeah.
And
So
you know that I think as a parent too,
you do. You
you
do.
see the interaction. My nephew had a occupational therapist, I think she was, and she would come to the house for a while, and I would see that. First, of all, I have learned that they can be manipulative. Children who are on the spectrum, because he is little stuff that I was gonna don't do. He would act like girl. She would come and say, sit down on the couch. He would sit on the couch. Go throw that in the trash. And she goes, that yesterday. You didn't do anything. So I had to learn that too, to know is this
Yeah.
a temper tantrum or
Yeah, because they have behavior intervention plans at the school.
mm,
Parents are advised to sit in on it's not mandatory, but basically is a plan, a year planning. They call them art reviews. Each
or
district, may be different, but our district, which is Umberla SD, is called art review, and we have it every year, and it's a goal planning of what so he could be successful for the next year. And we talk about behavior if it's necessary. We talk about speech therapy. And they let me know how much time they're gonna allow for him with that. We talk about general education. When he's with the general kids. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. um, how much time. So you do. I advise our parents to be involved. You are your child's voice. I've challenged them on. I can say our school district is very good. Um,
okay.
the things I have challenged, I have had to really fight really hard. It's been,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Um, one time I had to get the doctor involved, but that's not an issue. So that they are pretty good. They're good, and Kodie loves going to school. It was one time he didn't when he transitioned from middle school to high school. And that's something with autism kids too that are on a spectrum. Change is kind of hard for them sometimes. So going from middle school to high school, I thought I had prepared. We went to the open house night. He met his teacher. We walked the new school, everything. I thought I had prepared, but it was very hard for him to transition. So, but now, I mean, he loves school. He loves his teacher, and that was another situation to where I had to get him in with a different teacher. Yeah, because he wanted to be with a lot of his friends from middle school, and we didn't know that they weren't in that class, so he wanted to be with them, and so he was acting out. He couldn't express it, so it was kind of one of those things. And I was the one that figured it out. I was the one, I was the one that figured it out. So yeah, you definitely have to be an advocate for yeah. And they listened to me, and we moved him, and like I said, it's been no problems. Yeah,
You said your son became verbal around 9.
verbal around now.
So just because I heard it just happened, like they just start talking.
No.
Okay.
For years we had him in from the age of 2. I had him in speech therapy,
Uh-huh.
and finally, like at age 7,
Mm-hmm.
after going to like the third speech specialist, and I was so thankful that she was honest and them instead of just taking my money. She was like,
Right.
Mom, I don't think this is the right speech therapy for him anymore. We basically tried everything. He's not catching on. And I said, well, what do you recommend? And she told me augmentative communication therapy.
Mm-hmm.
So that is where they identify the different everything by pictures. Yeah. So it would be pictures, and they would point to the pictures and say the words and etc. And eventually, you know, his
That's
confidence. Yeah. And so they actually have a device. It's called it's state funded, and
They gave one of my nephew in this program. He's in now. This guy's here.
yeah. So you can get the device through your speech therapist. They can put in for the device for you, and you can get it. So that's
Don't
really.
buy the one off TikTok because I did that. Thought I was doing something and it wasn't right.
No, I will get the one that's free from the state.
I just bought the little one.
No,
And it was she was at daycare at that time, and she said, "Oh, this is gonna come to confuse them."
from my understanding, when we got the one from the state, when he was like I said, I've been in this journey for a long time. I was told it was like $1,500 just to get
Yeah,
that device. I'm not
yeah.
talking about the free $1,500 that they're offering.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not talking about that one.
yeah.
I'm talking about the
The ones
different.
you got to pay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I think that was I know that was the start because he was in the
Uh-huh.
right he was in the right therapy for him at that time, and he just started progressing from there. Now I didn't realize it probably to 12 that he could say a whole complete sentence. And I looked up, I'm like, what? Then I learned that that's called what do you call it? I say selective communication.
Effective communication
Selective communication. Yeah. So he basically can talk when he
when he wants to and feel like it. And
and
we're going to go to your events that's coming up after I mentioned this. I can't think of this little guy.
yeah,
This little guy I follow on Instagram and TikTok. I can't think of his name right now. Him and his mom. I tried to get them to come on my show, but they did a coloring together. But he comes on and his mom will ask him questions like, um, so when you were nonverbal, could you understand what we were saying? And he answered, he talked about it. He's like a little comedian. He's so funny. I can't think of his name right now, but I just ordered his little coloring book from him. And, but he's doing a lot of little, him and his mom are doing some things, but I love it because he talks about it. I think something was on there today, and he was like, while y'all trying to embarrass us or something, y'all should be concerned that blah blah blah, and concerned that our swimming, we can do what we want to. It was really really cute. But
oh, he's
and,
talking. Yeah, no,
he
Cody
talks
is.
about, and he's so funny, you
Mm,
know. But
That's
he's
good.
just, I could see him being someone that could make those kids feel so good about themselves.
I would
And
love
even
him to come
parents.
to one of our events.
That's
I
what I'm gonna have to give you his information. Because that's what his mom. They started a nonprofit and they go places and talk. And he has this color, but it's so cool. It's so cool. But I'm gonna definitely send that to you. You can reach
yeah,
out to them.
Cody's not gonna do all that. He's still kind of
I know. Yeah.
introvert. I wouldn't even like if you was to say have him sit on this chat with you. He would be like, no, 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 no. So he still want to be behind the scenes, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. But just
Hopefully,
look at this, remember, see the information because that is what they're trying to start doing. Is going
yes,
out there. He can talk to parents and he can talk to the kids too.
yeah, and that's what I said. They interact with their peers. I mean, you would be shocked. And it's so heartwarming. And like I said, that's what made me start this event. I mean, start our nonprofit and to focus on social interaction and social functions. Everything is free when we have events. We have one coming up this Saturday at the main event in Humble, and it's from noon to 3. So if the kids have an option to bowl, I think bowling is closed right now because registration was supposed to go to the 19th, but
Okay.
I did extend it to the 24th, which is Thursday, and they can still register. I think I sent you the flyer. I'll send
That's
it.
right. I've been told it, and let me just say this. This is funny. My mama. If
Mm-hmm.
my mama takes me one more time to say, "Is the meeting today?" When is the meeting? Well, the flyer you sent me, I said, Mom, so this morning, I'm going to tell you what time she texted me this morning about this event. And I had to say, I didn't want to break her heart, let her know this was not a meeting, which I already had told her. She texted me at 7, 7:54 a.m. Are we going to the meeting this morning?
My mom do the same thing. So hey, I get it.
Hmm.
I get it.
She was in the fire.
That's my first phone call in the morning is my mom, and that's her calling me. So I get it, mama. Tell her thank
And,
you for thinking
so
about
she
us.
wants to learn. She really wants to learn. So she thought this was a meeting, but I did tell her it was a fun day, and that after we had my dad walk first, and in that middle, I told him to at least go by there for a minute and see what's.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
And she's been talking about this meeting every day, just about it's the meeting, and I've been told it's not a meeting. So I'm gonna try to get her into the basket one for the other event. So
Okay,
anyway, to
yes,
for the basket one, what is that one about?
the
Maybe
kids. This basically arts and crafts. The kids will be making Mother's Day baskets. Yeah, so that's going to be an arts and craft event, and yeah, they will be making Mother's Day baskets. I'm really supposed to just say baskets, give away baskets, but we're going to teach them how to put together a Mother's Day basket for their mother, whomever is a mother support for them. So
Right.
this event, like I said, it's a 3-hour event. They can bowl for an hour. They get a 2-hour game, unlimited game card to play the game as many games as they like.
Okay.
So and they also get the to register for this bracelet. I don't know if you can see it, but
Oh,
it's an
oh,
ID.
you
This is the one I actually got for my son, and it has his name. It say he's autistic, and I put he's nonverbal. His because he's limited communication and
can
selective
Yeah.
communication is he still won't speak to you if he doesn't know
Right.
you. So
Right.
technically nonverbal. It has my contact information and it also
Mhm.
has information in the back, which is his date of birth, my name. So and this is water resistant, so they can swim in it and everything. But because Kodie is at a teenage age, and if you look at my son, really, it's not until you start talking to him that you realize
Mhm.
it's something something is
Could be
wrong.
that. Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah, these are definitely needed, and the kids can sign up, and this is free as well. They can sign up for to get a bracelet, and yeah, so that's what all that event is about. I'm
And
looking.
it's so important with that about the person. I say that because I keep seeing this thing pop up on one of the autism groups I see. Should policemen be trained in knowing if someone is autistic? So that bracelet helps with that too, because
That bracelet helps.
sometimes I can see, yeah.
That bracelet helps with that, but you can also register. And I'm going to have literature at the
Mm-hmm.
end about that. You can register with the Texas Department of Public Safety, and yeah, it's voluntary. They can register. They can have it on their ID.
Yeah.
It'll be at the bottom of the ID.
Mm-hmm.
Like limited communication, autistic,
Right.
whatever, a hidden disability. A lot of people, a lot of hidden disabilities out there. You can put, so whatever your disability is, your challenge is, you can put on your identification. Like I said, it's voluntary, and it
Mm-hmm.
also is something that can go on the back of the license plate. So if
Mm-hmm.
they get pulled over by the police, and the police automatically put their lights on, they'll know prior to approaching that car that I'm dealing with somebody with a challenge ahead of time. So
Right.
that's not out there like it should be, but it is
Oh,
available.
that's really good.
Yeah, it is. And
That's really, the way things are, it's just that is a fear for, especially for our young men.
I will have she couldn't make it for the event, but I have this event. But
Mhm.
I have a driving instructor who specializes in teaching neurodivergent kids how to drive. So
Oh, great.
we'll be, yeah,
Okay, so resources are coming.
yeah. So I'll be giving out that information as well because that's important. Because my son, he was thinking for when he turned 16, he was gonna get a red Jeep. I was so glad he got it out of his head. Like, I'm gonna get this red Jeep because they remember. Trust me, they remember. So he just wanted an iPhone. It's for his 17th birthday. So I'm like, good. And I hadn't even mentioned to him yet that I'm gonna probably put him in driver's ed. But yes, I do have driving instructor who that's what she specializes in, is teaching the neurodivergent community how to drive. Yeah. So I'm trying to get things out there.
Okay, there we go.
I appreciate
Good internet.
because I'm trying to get the word out about Kodie's Kushion and what we're about.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course,
yeah. And so
definitely.
the May 2nd event is gonna be, they're gonna make baskets. To
Okay.
give
What's the age group for the basket making?
yeah, that's what the basket making is about.
No, what's the age group?
Oh, it's open to all ages. Yeah, it's open to all ages. The event we're hosting Saturday is open to all ages, and the event May 2nd is it's open to yeah.
Okay. I want to ask. I know at one time you were gonna have a I don't know, a support group meeting, workshop, whatever.
I
Are you
still
gonna do that again?
Yeah, and I tried to do it in person because I felt, like, just in person we have that personal touch. I'm not getting a great attendance with that, so I am thinking about it. It'll probably be live. Well, not live. It'll be it'll
Yeah.
be
I
virtual.
mean, maybe when people, because I'm thinking maybe some people they still may be uncomfortable. I don't know, but maybe doing it online
Exactly.
and people get them comfortable then to have like a meet and greet kind of thing.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And I'm hoping with the events that we're having, because I'm able
Mhm.
to connect with parents
Wow.
and let them know, hey, this is a safe space, a safe
Yeah.
environment.
Yeah.
And like I said, it wasn't a lot of support for parents out there.
Right.
I did attend support groups, but
Hmm.
it wasn't a support group that I felt comfortable with, if you know what I mean.
I can
So
imagine.
yeah, I mean, our support group would be open to all nationalities, but
Yeah.
I just, yeah, and I know
I
that
can
was,
say that for us, I think that would probably be intimidating to have, but to kind of, does that make, is that what, yeah. I
yeah.
think, yeah.
So yeah, I'm hoping with, yeah, with
Uncomfortable for some people.
yeah, so I'm hoping with these events and that I'll be able to connect with parents and
Yeah.
more and make them feel comfortable, let them know it's a safe space, and then we can kind of, I can get more people involved. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's what Kodie's Kushion is about. And
I have a few questions. Let me make sure my handwriting bad, so I can't read my own handwriting. Um, oh, I did ask you. So the police is earphones. Did your son ever do the earphones?
that's funny. That's our next project.
The mama nephews, they ain't trying to keep them on.
No, and you know why? Because I think we're just a loud family.
So,
So he was born into loudness.
the loudness.
Noise has never been an issue for him.
Gotcha.
Now, he is a picky eater, which is common with
Okay.
on the spectrum.
Uh,
A picky eater, and he has a little bit of of course he's very routine. Things have to be routine, and a little OCD. Typically,
mm,
kids on the spectrum they have another diagnosis as well. It's not just one.
okay.
It's just not autism. So they'll
Right.
typically have, ADHD with that, or they'll have OCD, but they
Mm.
typically have more than one neurodivergent diagnosis. Yeah.
How
So
does he go to sleep?
I had a challenge with that when he was younger, but
Mm-hmm.
but
He got
now,
better.
yeah, he's gotten better. Yeah, we had to do the melatonin when he was younger,
Yes, yes.
but I must tell you, they are very smart in different ways. He realized that melatonin was making him sleepy, and he started telling me no. So I had to come up with a different scheme.
Nikki, I tell both of my nephews, and so, bro, one is two, the other three. I would put Kodie in the bed, he'd climb off on the other side. Put the other one, he'd climb off on the other side. But then when I saw Kodie laughing at me, I said, you know what you
And that's common as well. Kids that are neurodivergent. That's the new name they're trying to say, neurodivergent,
yeah.
away from autism spectrum disorder, just to cover every.
Yeah, all of them, okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I agree that the sleeping thing, the going to sleep thing is tough. But
Yeah,
I do know the noise for him, that is a trigger, which I know for a lot of
yeah, it could be a trigger. So yeah, it's funny that you say that, because that's our next yeah, we'll be doing the headphones. So just stay tuned. Like I said, it's a lot of different. Huh? My son doesn't need them, but other kids.
That's probably about it. Okay. That's
Right. Yeah. That's
what you were saying.
yeah. That'll be out. So just tell you want. I don't know if he has headphones now or whatever, but our next giveaway will be the headphones.
That's what you mean. Okay. Let's see. I was going to I was going to ask both.
They call them sensory headphones.
Sensory headphones.
Mhm.
I was even telling her that some people, like for Zydeco, I've seen people wear their kids wear this because the music is so loud. I do, but the music is just so loud sometimes too. So it doesn't always have to, because I think the issue was the people would know or whatever. But it's not just for that. And I did this message her that they are for kids. Sometimes it's to keep their eardrums safe.
Because they all have different triggers. Mm-hmm. So if you can identify that trigger, mm-hmm. that makes your life a lot easier. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna have non-triggers sometimes, but you have to be aware. And I would tell parents as well, lean on the school. At one point I wasn't, and I was trying to figure it out by myself. And I was like, you know what? They specialize in this. Yeah. So I have all his numbers and his teacher's numbers in my cell phone right now. Like, hey, I'm having this problem at home. Right. What do you suggest? I lean on the school district very heavy.
Well, that's good to know that you can do that. Mm-hmm. I was going to ask you, one more thing about that. And the mission of your nonprofit is to create spaces for students.
Yeah, it's education awareness, support groups, social skills development, and of course collaborating with other professionals who can help, like I'm doing now.
Yeah, right.
With the driving instructor, because I know,
That is so cool. I never had to even thought about that.
Yeah, and that's all she specializes in. So So I'm looking forward to putting my son. My son will be taking her driving class.
What about haircuts?
Haircuts, I haven't. I'll put that on the list. I hadn't really connected one that just specialized with the
I've seen
kids.
them on TikTok.
Yeah, they have them on TikTok. That may
Yeah,
just,
they're very special people because they have a lot of patience.
I can say I really haven't had a problem with that. As far as with my son, I do make them aware
Uh-huh.
that, of course, he's on the spectrum,
Right.
and they might want to do a quick haircut. Because he will get antsy just like everybody else, you
Yeah.
know. Don't You can't spend 45 minutes trying to cut his hair, and all of that.
Right.
I just make them aware of
Yeah. But,
what they
okay.
need to know to make it won't be an issue. And Cody's really good with that. But that
Yeah.
is, I'll add that to the next agenda for
Yeah.
collaborations. And I may be able to, I want to do some back to school for the kids, even though I
Mhm.
try to, it's hard during the summertime because just getting the word out. And that's why
Mhm.
I'm trying to focus on having more functions right now and while school
Mhm.
in.
And just send me anything. Like I usually see it on there before I get it from you, but just send it to me because I can make sure
Oh, I
that
will.
I'll get it out there. Please just send it. I will make sure that it gets out.
Like I said, you are one of our number one supporters, and I
That's
just
right.
thank you. I thank you.
I had to stop calling. I said she gonna be sick of me calling her asking her these questions. I'm
No,
telling you, I am. I've told people that if I decide to go back to school for my doctorate, which I don't think I am because it's too much money. But if I do, that is exactly what I be going for. I want to research this thing because it's so many layers and so many. If you answer one question and there's another question, you know what I mean? It's just
but
way
it's forever changing. We're always learning, and I'm actually working on my autism certification now. Um,
okay.
yeah, so yeah,
Okay.
be an advocate.
The other one was if there was one thing that you wish more people understood about autism and neurodivergent individuals, what would it be?
Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
If it was something that you wish more people understood about autism and neurodivergent individuals, what would it be?
Just be patient with them, and
Is
don't
that what
treat them like you want to be treated.
mm-hmm,
They're
mm-hmm.
they're no different than any of us. They may be, it may take them a little longer to process things.
Right.
Really, that's it. It just takes them a little bit longer to process things. I have to word things a certain way with Kodie, and
Uh-huh.
but yeah, just be patient
So
with
when you're giving him directions or anything, um, does he like listen? Like you can see him listening, when he's not listening, can you tell the difference?
Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
I don't know what's going on with my thing. I think it's me. I think it's me. And then it's a lag. When you're talking to Cody, giving him direction,
Mm-hmm.
can you tell if he's really listening or not listening or turning you off?
No, what I learned is kind of you got to kind of give them yes or no questions, no in betweens. And then at some time, if I feel like he didn't understand what I said, I will say it again, and then I'll be like, "Did you understand?"
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
But you
mm-hmm.
have to kind of give them yes or no directives. You can't give them do this, and then do this next or something like. You can't give them because it takes them a minute to process things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
you
but
know,
as adults, it takes us a minute to process and you tell us five different things. So,
right. So just like example, so when I'm like, Cody, what do you want to eat tonight? Would you like to go to Whataburger or McDonald's? Just simple like that. And he'll say McDonald's. And I may say, because I kind of know what he likes. So I'll be like, would you
mm,
like a cheeseburger or you just want fries? You know, and then
mm,
he'll say cheeseburger or fries. And then I'll go to the next question and just,
right.
yeah,
Okay, okay,
would you
that
like
makes
a
sense.
soda? And
Okay.
so we do it like that. I just try to keep it simple. I remember
Okay.
my daughter telling me because I had to teach her how to ask him questions, and
Uh-huh.
and she was like, "Mom, you know what? That's not a bad thing." She was like, "That's
See,
really not
that's
a bad
it.
thing. You give people too many, questions, or they. She was like, "That's really not a bad thing." And I was like, "No."
Right. So you
Yeah.
just have two kids?
Yes, I have a
Okay.
20-year-old in college at Prairie View
Okay.
University. Yeah. And Kodie is 17. Like I said, he'll be graduating next year.
Okay, that's exciting.
Yes.
How can people support Kodie's
That's
kitchen or get involved?
okay. We have a website, www.kodiescushion.com. I have .org too, but um, we primarily use kodiescushion.com. So they can reach out to me via there, or they can email info@kodiescushion.com. And it's both of them are with a K, Kodie, and KUSHION.com. So that's the email, info@kodiescushion.com. And the website is www.kodiescushion.com.
Okay. Okay,
Um,
well, I'm
one,
sorry.
it's all one word, no
Okay.
spaces.
I just wanted to make sure I put it up there.
Mhm.
So let's want to go back over and talk about Saturday's event real quick. Just give a quick reminder about Saturday. This
Okay,
Saturday is going to be the fun day at Main Event in Humble.
correct. It's called Autism Fun Day. It's open for all ages. And it's from noon to 3 p.m. And it's just the kids to have a ball. Be in a safe place, be with their peers. They'll have an opportunity to bowl. Like I said, bowling is actually closed right now because
Mm-hmm.
we had to pre-register the lanes for
Okay.
that one. But they'll get a chance to sign up for the ID badge. I mean,
Yeah.
ID bracelet. I'm sorry, ID bracelet, and they'll also get the 2-hour game, unlimited game play card.
Okay.
Hmm.
And then May 2nd, which is the day I'm gonna, if I can't make it this Saturday for sure, I'm gonna make the May 2nd because I think I want to make it a basket. And I might just bring my family. We gonna
Bring
go
your
with the basket.
nephews.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna bring them. I'm gonna get my
Okay,
niece to come
awesome.
too.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
go there the 2nd.
yeah. That'll be May 2nd at O-Rings, um, Houston, O-Rings 6817 Homestead Road in Houston.
Everybody know the address. I'm joking.
77028. Just in case they don't know.
Right, I'm seeing this. Because if you don't know a ring, you're not a Houstonian.
Well, the South Side people may not know it. The North
Oh,
Side
I
people.
get that. They don't, yeah, they don't know a lot.
I always
Yeah.
tell people it's next to Triple J.
There
Triple J.
you go. That is
I use Triple J for a little plug.
Do
Everybody.
you know, I didn't realize till the day I was picked. Now, you know how many times I've been there. I didn't realize till the day that I was filling my tickets for the girls' night. In business. I don't know why I'm paying attention when I come over there, but I never paid attention to it again right
What, Triple J?
there.
How could you not smell that barbecue?
Yes.
How could you not smell it?
Waiting on her to come. I think it was Jackie. Waiting on her to come with the tickets.
Nah,
I
that's
did not see that like right there.
I had to go to my mom's today. I had to go over there to O-Rings and drop something off. And I just was like, it was so, if I wouldn't press the time, I didn't have time to be in that line. That aroma just was,
Yes.
yeah, but yeah.
You know, it took me a minute to go back there, but my dad, before he passed, I was like, can you go give me some links from Triple J? Don't give me those wildflower with a bag, but it still does something when I go. But
I mean,
it's good.
I like all of it. So yeah, that's why I connect the dots for people like that who aren't familiar.
Yeah, that was definitely a good way.
Yeah, I'm like,
when you get close, you'll smell.
Mm-hmm. And the basket event is from 2 to 4.
I'm sorry.
The basket event is from 2 to 4 p.m. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put my calendar. I'm trying to work on starting to pay attention. I'm getting older. I can't remember no more. So I'm gonna have to write stuff down. I want to thank you again for coming and sharing again today. And anytime you have something, just let me know. I definitely want to continue to help again with my family learning. My family, I tell you, my mama, she wants to be involved.
I can't wait to meet her. I can't wait to meet her Saturday.
Her and Jackie used to work together.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, that's okay. Duh.
So I'll bring her on the second too. That'll be an outing. She wants us to hang out more together. That's gonna be her outing for May the 2nd.
Okay, but
So
are you gonna be able to bring your nephews? Is it your
yes,
nephews?
definitely. I'm trying to come this Saturday. It just depends on how long we're at the walk. So.
Okay, no, I
Are you
understand.
gonna do that again?
Huh?
Are you gonna do a walk again? Did you have a walk last year?
That's why we're doing the main event.
Okay.
Fortunately, the park we wanted to use, they are under construction this year, so they weren't allowing. Yeah, and it was gonna
Right,
be too much to try to move it to another park
right,
in the
right.
current meeting, and so I just said, you know what, we'll just do
I thought
autism.
that was super cool. It's fun. 25th this year seemed like everything was happening all in one day. I'm like, oh my gosh. But I definitely, when the walk is over, my goal is to come over there at least a peek and see what it's like. But for sure, May 2nd, we'll be there. But
But
thank you for
but
coming on.
next year we will have the walk.
Well, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. And will it always be on the 25th?
I don't know
Or
yet.
the
I
10th?
have been that's kind of been what I've been doing.
Okay.
Just
Is
things
it
that
a significance to the date?
end of April.
Oh, so that's the significance because the
But I may change it. I can
That's
change it.
I know there was a significance to that day, somebody's
No,
birthday.
it's
No,
not. It's not. It's not. It's just it's a lot of different events that happened earlier. And
right.
I don't, yeah. So
Right.
strategically, I was trying to, I mean, a lot of different autism events. They typically happen
Oh,
earlier in the month of April.
because it's autism.
The whole, exactly.
Yeah.
So a lot of, and so I was like, the end of the month is leveling off and everybody's not, so yeah,
Mhm. Okay. Do y'all have Kodie Kushion shirts yet?
we do. But I haven't put them out for sale yet, but we do for the, yeah, we have,
You know when they are trying to get so I can support by getting one of those.
absolutely.
But
Thank you.
thank you so much again for coming on and always being willing to come and share your story and be transparent because so many of us need it, and we kind of slid over it earlier, but I'm just going to be transparent and say this, that it's often our African American people who are having this even more. And I think there's a certain stigma that we're going to have to get over, just like when mental health had the stigma, and we're just not finally getting there. I think the more we talk about it, the more we normalize it, more people will talk, more people will be comfortable. Because, in my opinion, I tell people all the time, we can't men who have breast cancer, I cannot get anyone to come on the show. They say they're just not ready. But the thing about it is, if we don't talk about things, people don't know what to look for. They don't know what to do. So somebody got to talk. So I thank you for always being willing to talk. Love your event, and I'm stealing your Stevie Ray for my event. I'm having. I'm stealing him.
I,
So,
I would be there. I was just saying I got to get with Monica and remind her and say, hey,
yes.
we got to go to Trina's. We got to go to
Okay,
remind me.
so yeah.
But yeah, I'm an open book. I've always kind of been an open book kind of person, and really speaking about it is
Mhm.
therapy for me.
Therapeutic, yeah, I bet.
So,
Yeah. And I wish, I don't wish, I know that the more we talk about it and normalize it, we just having a regular conversation about it, which is what I try to do on this show, it'll make people feel comfortable.
I
And they'll
hope,
realize that they're not alone, that
and they are
God,
not,
you're
and
just
no,
not alone.
I can't tell people not to be ashamed, because I know that's just part of the process. But it's I can help them through the process. Should I say?
Mhm,
I
mhm.
can't tell you to get over the process. I can help you through the process. Like you get
Mhm.
into therapy.
Yeah,
You might need therapy for you because it's a lot.
yeah,
Receive help if people want to help you. We have that strong will that I can do it by myself. No, you
yeah,
can't. You
yeah,
can't.
yeah,
You can't.
yeah.
Trying to do it all by yourself is really challenging.
It is very challenging. Even me just reading some of the stories that I read on the group, one of those groups on the Facebook group. Like, 'cause of course, I'm not there. I was there. They were here with me, but now they really feel like, wow, you really, it could be mentally challenging sometimes.
It's emotionally challenging.
Mhm.
Um, and it is true that most parents that have kids on the spectrum, they suffer some type of depression. So
Mhm.
I had to, when I learned that made me feel like, oh, okay, I'm not alone.
Yeah, This is a
I'm not
norm.
alone.
Yeah,
I didn't know that until afterwards that they was
right.
like, man, that's
Yeah,
that's that's common,
yeah.
and I get it now because you do sometimes feel like you're alone in
Yeah,
this journey. That's why
yeah.
you got to be open to. It's not you got to be open to receiving help.
That part. That
It's
part.
mm,
Yeah. And not have the expectation like what you said that I'm superwoman or super dad that we don't need, you do need because that's just the only way.
and I
But
had and another thing I'm very big on it, and I used to struggle with it. I had a lot of guilt about it. Is still putting myself first, make time
mm,
for myself.
making sure you're covered and you're good.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I
That's
really
hard. That's tough. We have to. There was a group that gave a caregivers event one time for that
mm,
reason, and I was wondering too. Do parents of babies on the spectrum do they see themselves as caregivers? You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
would they
absolutely.
think that they are?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I've had it presented to me by several of my family members already saying, "Okay, he's graduating next year. What are the plans afterwards?" But thankfully, the school district, they have a program that they can go to up until they're 22. So they graduate. Yeah, they graduate from school, and then he goes into it's called Mosaic out here in Humble ISD. So they go,
Oh,
yeah, he transitions to the Mosaic program, and they teach him pretty much about life
I
skills.
know about Jose.
They
Okay.
yeah, they help them find a job, and that's one reason why I support Kroger's a lot. I get all my groceries from Kroger's because Kroger's they hire a lot of neurodivergent kids.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
okay. I've
Yeah,
seen a lot of businesses lately. It's like Channel 26 have the little different little programs, and I've seen different businesses. I think there's like this donut shop, and they do that. And it's so cute to me, and it just I really love that. And then Lone
yeah.
Star, their last, they have one to where they have this. I think it's a tombow, and they have the assistant. They teach them how to live by themselves. Like I thought that was kind of cool. I worked
It
with.
is. Yeah, they want their independence. My son wants his independence. Look, if he could have this whole house to himself, he would. He would take it. And I always say that they're normal, just like
Yeah,
but they're just a different.
and they communicate different. I did when I tell people describe what a meltdown is to people that have seen it, they didn't know what was happening. I said they think about you sometimes when you're in the car and the music going, this is happening, you be like, okay, let me just turn off the music. I just need to be quiet. And
Mm.
sometimes that's and they can't communicate, hey, I just need to be quiet. This is
It's
um
triggering them.
mhm.
Sometimes, look, they slick too, because I can see sometimes they just want to listen to something else.
They, oh, sometimes when you pulling some off that counter, you just and you know what else I learned too? Oh my gosh, the memory of
Uh,
me hiding some cookies in a certain spot, and I look around and he got cookies.
they are very smart. My son is very attentive when we drive, and he know directions better than I do. I have to ask him sometimes.
Wow.
No, what street I turn on? So they are very, very,
Yes, very observant. And
yeah.
I be thinking I'm doing a good. And then that box with when he was here that weekend, he was in there doing something he probably should have been doing. I'm watching him turn that box of that pizza. You know what
Mhm.
that is? He was dumb, whatever it was. He was doing
Yeah, I've had to call the school like a couple of times. I'm like, he's doing this, he's doing that. I need some support, blah blah. And I remember his teacher telling me, she was like, "Mom, he's just a teenager."
oh,
And I was like, so this is not something, on the behavioral side.
nothing to do.
Like, no, she was like, no, he's just challenging you. I'm like, oh,
That's
okay. So
that's the hard part. When you said that, it made me remember the question. Going to the restaurant when he was younger, have you ever had that issue to
I've
teach
had to
them how
leave.
to have the etiquette
And you said at a restaurant?
at like a restaurant out to eat?
Yeah, I've had to leave an environment. Yeah, before
Yeah,
I
yeah,
couldn't get
okay.
calm. The manager even came over and was like, "Is everything okay?" And I'm like, "Sure, we just need to get this to go." You know,
We got to get out of here.
Simple as that. We just need to get this to go.
Yeah,
And he was
yeah,
like, okay, we'll bag it up for you. And we bagged it up and we left.
yeah.
So, yeah,
But
I
that's the point I think people
grocery
have
store
more than
experience.
that.
Yeah,
Huh?
I've had the grocery store experiences and everything, the
Mm,
acting out.
uh,
And so now, I don't force him.
in those
Then
situations.
I didn't know, but like now, no, he don't like to go to the grocery store. Mm-mm.
And
I said,
he
I'm
let you
like, you
know.
going to the grocery store? You want to go? No. I'm like, okay, well, good, because you'll be rushing me.
Poor, poor. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
he was, I was at Target, his one leg was out the basket, one was in. I was like, your mom's gonna kill me if I lose you. You gotta stay in the basket. But by the time we had been in there, when I get in Target, I just be in there. And
Mm-mm.
Orange Blossom, wherever I'm going, and I would be in there forever. Realize, oh, I got two little people. They don't want to be here that long. That
Mm-hmm.
was my other question was how did you have the experiences at the restaurant and stuff like that? Actually, that
We, I mean, we have to leave. It's been several times, I've, because you kind of adapting to them,
to them,
yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah,
like I said, that's why I don't force him to go to a lot of different events when I know it's nobody there that or nothing he can do that's gonna, allow him to feel
mm-hmm.
comfortable
Yeah.
because I'm gonna have to wind up leaving early because when he says he's ready to go, he ready to go.
Yeah. that
He'll
that that's that's
he
good
said
to know.
so he'll let me go, but when that 20, he give me like a 20-minute window, he'll come and be like, "Mom, I'm ready to go," and I know 20 minutes is clock. I got a 20-minute window, and
Uh,
I'm like, okay, we out. So I was kind of like my drive by, but now I don't even
try
because
to do that.
I don't even do it because I know because I want to stay longer. So if I know it's
Yeah.
somewhere that he's not gonna have that space or he's not gonna
Mm-hmm.
have anyone that he can interact with, I don't force him because I'm gonna have to leave early if he do go.
It's like there's no need to be coming because that's when the fun starts.
So I'm like, I ask him, like I said, I ask him, but I don't force him.
Right, right.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm glad I missed that question about the restaurant. Actually, the therapist, like, they have people that will come out with you, but I don't know if they just do that when the therapist is there, then they go back to it. But anyway, I want to thank you again. Thank you again. I'm excited about your upcoming event, y'all. She's having a huge event this Saturday, a main event. Go out and check it out. Whether you have someone in your family who is neurodivergent or autistic, go and check it out because what I've learned is that you just don't ever know because it's something that's happening every day. And like you mentioned, the one in 50, I definitely believe there has to be a higher number than that by now because
Yeah,
go out and check it out. And then on May 2nd is going to be the event, the basket making day, where they're going to do create gifts for a mother or mother figure
mhm.
for them. That's going to be kind of cool. So y'all
Yeah.
make sure y'all check it out and make sure to go to Kodie's Kitchen. Did I say it right? I like
Cushion, cushion,
Kitchen.
cushion.
Why
Think,
keep saying?
think of
I
a
was
think of
saying
a
it when
pillow. Think of a
I was
pillow.
saying that it. No, I was saying it the other day when I was making the flyer. I said, that is not the name. It's not
Yeah,
Kodie's
Kodie
Kitchen.
cushion.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Info at codiescushion.com and then www.codiescushion.com. Check those out, and I will give you firsthand that Ms. Nikki and she's very helpful, and she's willing to help. If you have any questions, just shoot them an email, and she'll reach back out to you.
Yeah,
All
and like I
right.
said,
Mhm.
I we want the support, and I want the support for the parents. Let them.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a safe space. I'm here for you. I've experienced a lot. I don't know everything,
Right.
but I've experienced a lot, and I could possibly help you get through whatever challenge it is that you may have.
And the thing about it is, it could be something neither one of y'all know, and that gives y'all the opportunity to mention it so y'all can go find out. So
Exactly,
that's
exactly.
the good thing about it. But you can't find that out if nobody talks.
Yeah. All right,
All
well,
right, ma'am. Well, I will see you May 2nd, if not this Saturday. Just know I'm definitely going to find information
look,
and do that.
I understand. I understand. And we're,
Yeah.
we're planning on having some other events. Like I told you, our next project is the sensory headphones.
Good. Yeah.
Kids.
So will somebody be there talking, or will it just be a giveaway?
For the sensory headphones,
Mhm.
we are still trying to figure that out.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but we have put that on the agenda. That'll
But
be out.
even you guys, if y'all don't have a speaker, someone to talk to speak to what that does for people, because I don't know if anybody really gets how it can help. And so,
Yeah.
especially if that's the trick. 'Cause I know I'm the person that's always on these festivals. I be thinking it's a good idea to take them, and then I
Mhm.
realize, oh, this is not good.
Yeah, it triggers them. Yeah,
Yeah.
once something triggers them, it's really hard to bring them back down.
So, like you said, I'll end up leaving for them, not for me, but really for them, because the comfort is gone because the noise, and
Exactly.
once you realize, oh my God, this is a lot of noise. I'm just thinking kids, oh, we just gonna take the kids, go to the car, to the whatever, and it's like, that's not a good thing. So,
Yeah, so yeah, my board, we just decided that we're gonna do, but we haven't came up with the actual
yeah,
event yet or how we're
we're
gonna
gonna
do
do it.
it. But
Okay,
I will let you know
yeah,
as soon
definitely.
yeah.
Please send me everything. All right, well, bye, Miss Nikki. You have a great day. You tell Cody that we said hi. And I'm gonna send you that information for that
Yeah,
mother and son.
absolutely. I would love to connect with them.
All righty. See you
Okay.
later.
All right. Thank
Bye.
you again. Bye bye.